Free beginner bird and nature walks, second Saturdays at 9 a.m.
See, that's gonna work on me.
Hey!
I need a little.
Hey! That's what they're going, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Going, hey! Get involved with the California Native Plant Society Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Area Habitat Restoration effort. That's what those birds are saying to me. This could be you. Hello, everybody. Aiden here with my co-host Rory. I guess she's more of a sibling, really. And today we're in the Sepulveda Basin Wildlife Reserve in the San Fernando Valley. 818, baby. I'm not educated or qualified. I technically graduated high school. This video is not going to be educational or informative or anything of the sort. But this is a place that I love, a place I adore, and I thought it'd be fun to take you guys on a walk with me while I explore it more, because this place is fucking huge. Like, what you're looking at right here is like maybe, I don't know, like an eighth of the whole place, because it kind of splits up into three parts, and I'm not even planning to explore all of it today. I don't think you could explore it in a whole day, even if you wanted to. You have the wildlife reserve on this side. You have Lake Balboa on the farthest opposite, like the park. You know, it's kind of split, not down the middle, but like about 2/3 east into it. You have, I think it's Woodley going through it. And you have Burbank kind of splitting it down the middle up the top. So what you're looking at throughout here, all the way like to like, I don't know if you can see it, but like that palm tree over there, if you want to zoom in on that faraway palm tree, that's probably the northern boundary of this place, is out there. And this whole width is only about 2/3 the width, and we're only about halfway down from the northern boundary. So this place is fucking huge, and there's always more to learn from, and I just thought it'd be fun to walk around and explore it a bit. For me, that was worth putting on YouTube. So I think I'll start this way. There was like a fire here recently, so that's why all this is like kind of glazed over. It's greened since. It was like, you can kind of see these dark patches. The whole place was like that because there was a fire around the same time as the Palisades fire, but it was obviously much smaller. Oh, over here it's still a little scorched over here, but usually this place is like covered in like some sort of grain or grass or whatever that's like going real high. Oh boy. He was running like there was something after him. It was like, get out. It's like the old people in Get Out. But anyway, if there were snakes, and like I wouldn't go in there because you would not be able to see any like critters or whatnot. So usually this whole thing is pretty foliaged, if you will. That's not a word. There's a lot of places in the valley that I feel like remember that like brief like TikTok moment where everyone was really into dark fantasy and like Legend starring Tom Cruise, or like the old Lord of the Rings like cartoons and shit like that. A lot of the trees in the valley, I feel like it's actually pretty easy to achieve that, even though most of this place looks like Malcolm in the Middle. You can get a Lord of the Rings kind of adventure in here from time to time. And a lot of the trees here, I think you'll see, would kind of fit that bill. I don't know what word you call it, like a weepiness to it. Look at that. They have an RC one that's going fucking crazy. You see it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Here's a Fallout barrel. Also, there's like a 90% chance that like we're gonna come across somebody sleeping. You know, if you're visiting the valley and you come across someone sleeping in a shrubbery or like on the street, like just keep walking. That's the thing that drives me fucking insane, is when people visit like LA or let's see what's down here. When people visit LA or like, you know, any sort of big city like this, they're like, oh my god, the homeless people are crazy, the homeless people are gonna attack you. And I guess I can't speak for like other big cities, but like in LA, I really don't feel that way. I've never, obviously there's cases here and there because there's just so many homeless people, but it's like, I don't know, they're just chilling most of the time. I don't know, I don't mean to be reductive. So I've been to this area once before, but it was much more covered up because this place has been on fire since. There's a lot of bugs. So, but I came down here once when it was a little more covered, and I sat on that branch. I like leaned on it like Huckleberry Finn, and I read The Hobbit. That's where I finished The Hobbit. I read 100 pages of The Hobbit just sitting on there with this like sound of running water going. And I actually don't know where this tunnel goes. Obviously it goes to the other side of Burbank, but I don't know what it even looks like when it comes out the other side. I have no idea. This is probably the loudest that the water is in the wildlife preserve end, at least, and so it makes for like a nice ambiance when you're, you want to be around running water. Oh, I can actually see down this now. Obviously, I don't know how I can get I'm not bringing the camera over this water, so, but it looks cool. It's pretty. I'll give it that. Oh, and there's a quail or whatever that is. I can't identify. But some sort of waterfowl. One of the houses I lived in as a kid was not too far from here at all. And so we would visit like the actual Lake Balboa, like, which is a park, and it's like made for a much like higher population than this place is. Like, this place is very low key. It's very like, it's like a lot of old people going for walks. Whereas that area is like families and like little kids. And like, I remember the first place I ever saw an emo person was at that park. This stretch of Burbank is like a secret freeway. Supposed to go, I think 50 or 55 or something on it, but people go like 70. With these hieroglyphs. There's bathrooms. This is like a weight scale. They have up, more up, and the concept of nothingness. You can't go fishing. You can't start a fire, which that gets violated here like every year. People probably do shoot in here more than we realize. No swimming. I've seen people fucking swim in here before. I was hanging out reading, and from like one of the lakeside like benches, like hangout spots, and I hear from across the lake another guy going, ay, 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 and then the sound of a splash. And I get up and I look over, and there's two guys swimming, and then they throw their chihuahua in, and they all start swimming. And you can't bring your fucking car in here. Oh, I guess this is no camping, because this is no fires. And you can't bring your dog in here, but Rory's not a schnauzer. That looks like a schnauzer to me. And you can't bring a horse in here, so I'm afraid you're gonna have to stay behind, Molly.
Okay.
First of all, there's no fucking rangers here. There's no regulation here. So in we go. So there's kind of two ways from here. There's down by the river, like, or the lake. It's a long lake. I don't know if it's a lake or a river, you know what I mean? Or down here, which takes you to the other side of Burbank, which is a cool place. It's been in a lot of movies. It's in a BTS music video. If you're driving on the 101, you'll probably see it. I want to go down here because this is the one that I think has more interesting stuff in it. The other one's kind of just a cement plain. Like, people go there to do like motocross tricks. I don't hate it. I'm not a hater. There's no part of the San Fernando Valley. Well, that's not true. The Keys on 99 is Auto Mall. I fucking hate that stretch. I think this is more interesting. This is more fun. So I'm going this way. Oh, and first thing we see is people fishing. You can't go fishing. Like I said, there's no regulation here. He's just watching him fish. Well, I guess we're filming them, so. Ooh, what's down here? Rory, come on. Or don't. Ew, don't eat garbage. So here's a nice little, like, fun place to read. There's a lot of these, desire paths throughout here, and because of the frequency of the fires, kind of every time you visit there's new ones. In like SoCal, a lot of the like nature and shit like looks really, really beautiful the spring after a fire. So if you're looking to visit LA anytime soon, the Palisades will probably look wonderful in like 14 months or something. Ooh, we got an angle of this place that gives us like no vantage of what we're looking at. So if you're not from LA and you're curious about LA, downtown LA is like here, and the Hollywood sign is there. And we're, I think that's where the Hollywood sign is, yeah. And then that's where we are right now, is in the middle of this. This is kind of the worst angle to possibly display this on, but yeah. Devil's Gate Reservoir, that's a cool fucking place. Scared of bees? Fuck is this thing? Here's this thing. Isn't that cool? So here we have some remnants of the fires. I think there's usually supposed to be water down here. But one time I came here after a fire, all of this was as flat as the other side of that little river. The entire thing was just black. Here's another place I read once, I think. Fun fact, Rory is terrified of water and swimming. Look at that building over there. It's called Kane and Wiener. Isn't that funny, guys? I once spent 2 hours on the roof of that Target playing Magic the Gathering. And then they gave up and they're like, you can't be up here this long. And there's like a whole other walking area over there on that side of the lake, but it's really fucking boring. So when I was looking at the plans for when they proposed to like the Olympics Commission to have the Olympics in LA, it sounded like they were going to do some events here, which is cool. There is an archery range here. There's a runway, actually, like a hobby runway for people who are learning how to fly to take off from. So there's a lot of biplanes that fly over if you come here, or like smaller planes, you know, like non-commercial stuff. Hello. Should have fucking sleep token shirt, poser.
No, just giving somebody a super nice smile as they walk by and then turning around and saying, talking shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is the second podium because of the first one with the map that sucked. Oh, there's a bicycle here. That's a good sign. Oh, there's a person. Let's come back. That's the beauty of nature. Sometimes it's annoying. But here's that smaller little creek I was talking about. I believe this turns into the runoff that we went to before. And this was the bridge I was talking about where it's a little bit more north. But I like this bridge. It's like a cute, like, not a storybook. It's more like Old West kind of. And here, you can actually see to the bottom of this body of water if you want to. This side's pretty clear. And one time there was a flood here, and there were dead fish all over the place. I came here with Autistic Henry. We were just like looking at these dead fish, and it was like literally one fully grown dead fish next to a baby dead fish. Okay, so here we got hiking. We got left and right. We got bathrooms. We got whatever that is again, and we also got left, and a wasp's nest. It seems to be abandoned. You remember when people would be like, oh my god, I have tryptophobia, I can't even look at, like, you know what I mean? Firm? Oh, I thought you were talking about the smell. It smells like either weed or skunk. I can't tell the difference when my mom says that she can tell the difference. I thought you were saying, like, your way of saying, oh, that it smells, is you went, oh, that's firm.
That's tight. We're gonna start saying that.
Yeah, let's see what's down here. Watch, there's sticks there. So this place was definitely burned, if you couldn't tell. Like the ash equivalent of mud. Was that soot? It's awesome. I love wildfires. I'd be loving Here's some like Fallout shit. Here's an old soda can that was completely rubbed of all branding. Watch out for the glass. There's a lot of alcohol paraphernalia also around here. Let's see if there's more litter around here. Best teacher ever is what all of them say, just built into it. Oh, look at this. It's like a random chain in here. This is a thorny thing. This fucking thing I'm playing with right now. Oh my, ow. Why does it end with this? What does that mean in jewelry, do you know? Oh my god. Come on, pause. Good girl. Fix the first one. Thank you. I wonder what that was. I wonder why that looks like that. So here's a cool one, but it's always closed off because it collapsed. You're not allowed to enter this one because it collapsed. Here, at a 2-year flood level, which will never happen in LA, water would be at your feet. At a 20-year flood level, water would be 3 times higher than this stone. At a 50-year flood level, water would be 4 times higher than this stone. Something like that. Can you imagine a world where there's enough water in LA for there to be 4 of these on top of each other to fill up the water? Here's a fun little place over here. And there's a broken condom. Like there's this river, there's this island. A bunch of birds live down there of just various species, and they all just hang out. Whoa, look at that one landing! I was looking through the LA River, standing on top of Woodman, and I see out from under me a heron start flying.
Oh,
It was awesome. I love birds.
I got chased by one.
So I think down here is my favorite place to read in the Sepulveda Basin. So usually this is more covered, and that's kind of the appeal of this spot I like to go to. But up here is one of these... But I'm not going to fucking read that. What am I, a smart person? Instead, I'm gonna go over here. And this is like the litter capital of the whole area, but it probably isn't right now because people aren't visiting much. Usually this is like all covered in shade. It's a little run down right now, I'll admit. I was sitting here one time and I was reading On the Road by Jack Kerouac. I was finishing it. Because sometimes when I want to finish a book, I'm like, I'm going to go for a walk and I'm not coming home until I'm done with the book. So I was sitting here reading it and this guy comes out from over there, like that, around the corner. And mind you, it's way more covered. Like it feels way more closed and intimate. He comes around that corner completely shirtless and sweaty and he just stares at me and then he turns around and leaves. I told my mom that and she was like, please don't tell me these stories. So I think he was doing construction nearby or something, and so he was like some sort of manual labor. But it was so out of place and odd, and I was like, why is he coming down here to my secret hideout, to my secret garden, and you know, trying to be shirtless at the secret garden.
Trying to be shirtless at my garden.
Who up shirtless in the garden? I've never been down here. Let's see what's down here. So yeah, over there, where that podium is and the railing, is where the guys were swimming. That's not from here. That's something else. Yeah, when you're in LA, there's just constantly helicopters overhead. They say, look, a helicopter. That's what they say. That's the LA slogan. Los Angeles, look, a helicopter. So almost fully submerged barrel, like trash barrel. Do you hear music?
Yeah.
Definitely like in the park. There's definitely some family having like a birthday party over there or something. Crash it. Let's get wasted at this kid's birthday party. Cinderella. Here's a plane landing at, that'd probably be Burbank Airport, going at that angle. Yeah. So there's a point on this hike, or not hike, but walk, where when you come in at this angle, you're like, where the fuck am I? Yo, what the fuck? There's like an event back there.
Oh shit.
Usually there's not an event happening full of people with music, so it's usually not.
It's like 1920s music playing. Sounds like something that would be in Betty Boop.
You ever seen the original drawings of Betty Boop? She's half dog, half human in the first, like, when it first started. I hate it. It makes me so uncomfortable to look at. It's like a tailgate party. It's not even like an event, it's just they just did this.
I feel like there's like mariachi and EDM playing.
Yeah, there's EDM over there, and then mariachi here. And then here's just like a nice, pretty little like amphitheater. I'm guessing like people can do things down there, and everyone up here can see or like learn about it. If like kids are going on like a camp trip here, they can just be like, hey LA Rangers, whatever. Hey LA Rangers, can you send like someone's uncle to come down and tell the kids about birds? And they do it here. Cheryl has obelisk. Love a good obelisk. Grew up fucking with the obelisk. It's like so overstimulating.
Truly.
A symphony of sounds.